stage actors who've inspired you over the years?
Stage actors who've inspired me?
Yeah.
Well, for heaven's sake, I mean, I did see most of the lords and ladies of the theater when I was over there.
Yeah.
You know, there are things that I will never be able to forget. Venice Preserved with Gielgud and Schofield.
Wow, you saw Schofield.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. Coming from Canada and never having seen anything remotely like this, I was simply gobsmacked.
So before you went to England, Peter, what theater was there that you saw?
Theater that we created. It was all community theater.
Yes.
It's all amateur.
And did any of those people that you worked with end up going into the profession when it actually became a profession here?
I think maybe some of them might. Some of them. John Douglas was a professional for a number of years. Yes, I think some of them did. But
and what about the great directors? I mean, did you see Peter Hall's work? Did you see
Midsummer's Dream?
Yes. There was also, I don't know, were you there for his Lear?
No. No, the Lear that I saw was Redgrave.
Michael Redgrave?
Michael Redgrave.
How was that?
Oh, I was just decimated. I was just mesmerized. I've mentioned him in one of the blogs. The blog, yeah.
And that your musings and
he just I mean, I was stunned, absolutely stunned with that performance.
Do you remember?
I was terrified. He came, you know, he was railing against his daughters, and he knew that he was losing his mind. You know, and he comes to that line, hysterica passio. And I was terrified for me.
We should be.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that just completely changes everything for you. It was happening all the time. I mean, the Birmingham Repertory Company set down a company doing all three parts of King Henry VI.
Ah, that's wonderful. And that's only been done a few times in recent history.
But they did this in a circle, and you could see two a day, you know. And I went to that thing at least 3 times through.
Oh wow!
Because I couldn't believe it. There was a wonderful actress in there.
Was she the Margaret?
She was the Margaret.
See, I think that is, all things considered, the greatest female role he ever wrote. If you take the Sixes all the way through to, is it Richard III? It's Richard III, where she's stark raving mad Margaret.
Yes.
I just think it's the most stunning arc for a character, a female character he wrote.
This woman's name was Rosalind Boxall, and she, you know, you first see her as a pretty little French coquette, you know.
Yeah. And just come over on the boat to marry a king.
That's right. And she falls in love with the guy who sent for her. And she's already having an affair with him when she gets to the English court. And then she's presented to the king. And the king immediately flops down on his knees and prays. And she looks at him, and she looks at her guy and says, "Is this it? Is this it?" And then, you know, as she begins to take over, and she becomes more and more mannish, and you know, and the scene where she's taunting
York.
Yeah.
That monologue, I think it's the apex, when she takes the bloody handkerchief.
Yes.
With his son's blood on it, and thrusts it in his face.
I prithee weep to make me merry. you know? And then when she comes out at the end,
Oh, that curse, the cursing of Richard III. Oh, it's an astonishing arc.
and she did it all. Rosalind Boxall, Boxall.
Wow.
And subsequently to that, she married. And the man she married ordered her to give up the stage forever.
Was this in the 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
horrible.
I am looking forward to meeting him in hell, where I will tell him exactly what I think of him.